Stop.
That lawnmower. That's it. Yeah. Stop that. Jake Paul might be too big for him, or Tank might crack him. You don't know.
Coach and basically told Roach. He tagged Lamar Roach and he said, "Look, you're not getting that fight with Tank."
A typical day in Gervonta Davis's training camp ahead of his fight with Jake Paul is all about discipline and intensity. Each session is focused on sharpening his speed, power, and precision. From grueling conditioning drills to tough sparring rounds, Davis remains locked in, with zero tolerance for distractions. His daily routine reflects a fighter who is laser-focused and determined to prove he's ready for the challenge ahead. Rolly Romero offers a measured view of the Davis versus Jake Paul matchup, asserting that Tank's legacy remains intact regardless of the result. As a proven world champion with a decorated career, Davis doesn't need to validate himself by fighting Jake. Romero does acknowledge Jake's size as a genuine advantage, but insists it doesn't diminish the respect and achievements Tank has already earned in the sport.
Paul might be too big for him, but like Jake Paul might be too big for him, or Tank might crack him. You don't know. Like I said, or as an exhibition, we don't know if they throw at each other or not, or we don't know. I don't know. I can't give an opinion because I don't know what's going on.
Do you think it impacts, will it impact Tank's legacy if Jake Paul were to beat him or even knock him out?
Dude, Tank's a 3-division world champion, 4-time 3-division world champion. At the end of it, bro, you can't take anything away from him.
You know, some people trying to give, that's fair. Some people trying to give Tank a hard time. They're saying he should have took a fight with Lamar Roach or Shakur Stevenson. But when you think about it, do you think this is business and look, he's getting a bag, or is there some validity to people saying that he ducked Roach?
I mean, there's still other options, you know. It's bro, you can't be mad at somebody for doing what they feel is best for them. It's the same way Roach feels Tank is the best option for him. Same way that Stevenson thinks Tank's the best option for him, or all this stuff, right?
Paulie Malignaggi underscores the importance of experience over physical size. While Jake Paul has gained popularity and developed a larger frame, Malignaggi maintains that nothing can substitute the years of training, fight IQ, and high-level competition that Gervonta Davis brings. In his eyes, Tank's technical skill and adaptability give him a decisive edge, proving that in boxing, experience often beats size.
I think Davis is more to lose because he's the bona fide world champion. I don't care if he's much smaller. I think Jake Paul has sort of plateaued as far as where his boxing is concerned. It's rather low level. He's big, he's physical, he's strong, he can hit. So there is that risk. Davis, at lightweight, you're in a moment where it's too physical for you. You can clinch. Against the heavyweight, where you clinching? You ain't getting out of that corner just clinching anymore if you run out of space. You know what I mean? So it's interesting. But Davis, listen, there's a lot of talking points that I'm sure we'll get into when this gets closer to the fight. Davis can still punch at lightweight. Can he drop a heavyweight? There's a lot to gain there, right? If Davis knocks...
The answer is yes.
If Davis drops Jake on his ass, as much as Davis is the one with more to lose, it's still a highlight moment.
A visual that will stay forever.
Yeah. But if you get dropped, even if you're smaller, you're still a world champion in multiple weight classes. If you get dropped, what's the look? What's the feel? On the inside, as boxers, me and Chris Algieri, the champ, even you, Jimmy, you have fight experience, so we know that the risk is a big guy that big hits you. You're probably going down if you're a small guy if he hits you clean. So we know the risk, but how does it look to the public eye who don't understand that? You know what I mean? The public. So there is a lot to lose, though. There's a bit to gain. I wouldn't necessarily have an issue with this had Davis's career arc been one that benefited boxing. Davis was manufactured and put into a position where he's supposed to benefit boxing. And I don't think he has. I think he's hurt boxing. So by giving him this reward, that's my problem. Why are we watching this? Why don't you make him earn his spot that he still hasn't earned, mind you?
Teofimo Lopez views the event more as a spectacle than a true sporting contest. He admits that the fight isn't about rankings or legacy, but rather entertainment and financial reward. Both fighters stand to earn massive paydays, and Lopez believes that, in its own way, that benefits boxing by attracting new audiences. Even a non-traditional bout like this can help grow the sport's fan base.
Really invested on it, and I'm actually very happy for Gervonta and Jake. I really am, man. It's good for the sport in some way, you know?
So a heavyweight versus a lightweight.
Yeah.
You got a fly hit me, yeah. A heavyweight versus a lightweight. How's this gonna work?
Hey, they make it work. It's an exhibition for a reason. So, you know, they know what they're doing. And, you know, shout out to Netflix and shout out to both of them, honestly. Like I said, I think a lot of people in the boxing world are kind of upset. I could care less. I think they're going to go out there and make their money. It falls on the number 8 for a reason. They're going to make a lot of money.
Have you got a prediction for that fight?
My prediction? A show. A show.
Well, clearly it's a show, but when you've got a lot of people underestimating Jake Paul once again, but when you've got a heavyweight boxer who knows how to throw punches and knows the basics against a lightweight, it's quite a difference. I mean, have you sparred heavyweights before?
Yeah.
For competitive sparring in the ring?
Yeah, it's not the same. It's not the same, not at all. Definitely got to move. I've actually played around a few times, went through between their legs just to duck around. But yeah, because they're taller, you know. But I think for that competition, that fight, it reminds me a lot like The Big Show, and Floyd Mayweather when they fought in WrestleMania.
Yeah. And will that end the same way?
Possibly. Maybe some brass knuckles in there too.
Can you see Jake Paul knocking out Gervonta Davis?
It's boxing, man. And if it's a show like this, anything goes, anything happens.
Diaz, known for his no-nonsense opinions, dismisses the fight entirely. He sees no meaningful competitive value in the matchup, arguing that the outcome won't significantly impact either fighter's career. In his view, it's more of a staged show akin to pro wrestling meant purely for entertainment. Diaz cuts through the hype, labeling the fight a sideshow rather than a serious sporting event.
I gotta ask you, Jake Paul versus Gervonta Davis. Does Davis have a chance?
Gervonta is a great boxer, but he ain't gonna be.
So you got Jake Paul by knockout, or?
No, I don't got anybody, but I don't think
He's just too small.
it's just I don't want to beat up somebody that small. I don't want to, you know what I'm saying? I don't want to lose to somebody that. There's no point in the fight. It's a great fight, actually. You think not hating on the fight, but I think my thoughts on it is let's watch and see what happens.
Ryan Garcia said his boxing turning into WWE.
Yeah,
with that type of matchup. What do you agree? Last thing, White House card, like he said, you want Conor McGregor?
Yeah, but the whole thing's on WWE. So like, at least that's happening and getting something to talk about, something to watch. And I'm looking forward to that fight, actually.
Jeff Mayweather shares similar doubts, questioning the rationale behind pairing a proven champion like Davis with a celebrity-turned-boxer like Jake Paul. While he understands the commercial motivations, Jeff finds the matchup odd and lacking in sporting logic. His skepticism reflects the confusion among traditional boxing fans who see such crossover fights as diluting the sport's competitive standard.
It's kind of weird because Jake Paul is extremely bigger than Tank, and I mean, but with it being exhibition, it makes sense. It's fine. He got a big name that he's gonna be fighting, but I mean, it really makes no sense because he's gonna be weighing over 200 and some pounds. Tank's gonna probably be weighing maybe at the most 147, 150. So I don't even understand why the fight is happening.
KSI, a key figure in influencer boxing, offers insight into Jake Paul's promotional tactics. He claims that rumors of Jake fighting Anthony Joshua were never serious, but rather a calculated move to generate buzz. To KSI, the Tank Davis fight is part of a pattern more about stirring public interest than chasing true competitive milestones. His comments point to the performative and often misleading nature of modern boxing promotion.
I knew AJ and Jake was never gonna happen.
I didn't.
Really?
Yeah.
You thought it was actually gonna happen. Bro, it's so crazy. Like, I feel like so many people just believe everything.
But that's pretty unbelievable on the other hand.
I feel like I know. Well, okay. How do I say it like this? Atoma versus White. I had a lot of people bet on White winning. And I'm there like, you guys don't watch boxing, do you? You just look at a record and go, oh, Dylan's fought many more people than Itoma. That record says a lot. Itoma's like 18, not 18, Itoma's 20, inexperienced, 1-1. Like, I just knew Itoma was gonna just destroy him. And I think a good fight for Itoma would be him and Wilder. I think that'd be a very good fight.
You know, the way we dress, or, you know, this generation, as far as like, fighters, they relate to more who's more popular. You know, that's why we're seeing the Jake Paul versus Gervonta fight, which is, bro, that's crazy to me because we would never see that. And, you know, back in my dad's day, but now we're getting this and it's just like, fuck it. I mean, people are going to see it, bro. So it is what it is. But whether people know him more or not, or me, it doesn't matter. You know, I know that he's coming and he's coming game and he wants to make a statement as well. So we're just coming to interrupt those plans. You know, this is boxing, and you know, I'm so excited to demonstrate my skills. I could box, I could counterpunch, I could bang when I want to, and I'm gonna demonstrate that. I'm gonna do what I want to do in there. Come September 13th.
Yeah, you know, we spoke about this a little bit earlier. But it's a 10-round fight. You know, could be a different pace of a fight. But what do you think is like the key for you to get this win, regardless if it's a knockout or if it goes all 10 rounds?
I think just be smart. Be in there, be smart, be first, and do what I do. I think if I try to do a little too much, like my dad says, when you try doing too much, it looks you're trying too hard. So only thing I got to do is just come in the best shape possible. If it goes 10 rounds, then it goes 10 rounds. You know, we're doing 12 rounds of sparring. So if it needs to go to 10 rounds, we'll have the gas tank to go. You know, I don't know if he's gone a full 10 rounds. You know, I haven't. So it'll be something for fight day. You know, if we do end up going the distance, then we end up going the distance.